Okay, so hopefully I got the audio a little bit better this time. At least for everybody on YouTube, the podcast should always be pretty good. I got the microphone out for that, but I upgraded a little bit on the YouTube side, so we'll see what happens. Everybody, make sure that you, if you're listening to this podcast, also check me out on YouTube. So you're just pulling up a little bit of notes here. We're on to the second part of what you're going to do as a new or incoming CEO, or if you got a turnaround job ahead of you. So what I'm getting ready to talk to you about is pretty good stuff. It's a little bit technical, so sorry about that. But as a CEO, you're going to want to come in and understand what you're dealing with as far as the business goes. So just to recap, the very first thing that we want to do is look at a demo and see a demo. And if you didn't get one before, we went over that. If you saw one before you started, but usually an incoming CEO, there's a problem right there. So you'll see that. Okay. So the second thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to our QuickBooks, or we're going to go to our CFO, or we're going to go somewhere where the balance sheet exists. And you're going to pull up that balance sheet. You're going to pull up last year, or if you have to have something year to date. So like right now it's July, so it's perfect for me to pull up a balance sheet report just to see what we have. All right, so the first thing you're going to see on that balance sheet is you're going to see assets. Cool, that's great. Assets, love them. But what you want to go down to is the part that says liabilities and equity. And so we're going to start under liabilities. What you're going to want to look for under the liabilities portion is anything that sticks out to you. Credit cards, loans, taxes, debt, who do you owe, all of that type of stuff is what you're looking for here. This is usually a sign that the business that you're walking into is borrowing a lot, they have money on credit, or they owe people a lot. All right, so walking into a company that's not doing so well, you're probably going to find some of this stuff. So feel free to email me, Christian Salazar at iCloud.com, if you find some of this stuff and you want to know, okay, I found some of this stuff, what do I do? The shorter answer is you're the new CEO, hold on to your cash in the bank as much as possible, because payroll is going to be the number one thing that keeps your company alive and morale high. All right, so all this debt, everything like that, we can talk about what to do. And I'll do a whole episode on how to negotiate with creditors and how to negotiate with people that say they're going to sue you. I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me over the course of the past 14, 15 months. I probably could. It's like 5 times. And it's, at first it was a little bit intimidating when you get that letter from a lawyer, but you'll learn to really, really be able to deal with that in a positive manner and get what you want. I'll teach you how to get what you want. Okay. So the second thing that you're going to want to do as a new CEO coming into a business, look at that balance sheet and see what you got. All right. So the other thing that you're probably going to see in there as well is your payroll liabilities. And in there, you just want to make sure that you're caught up with all your taxes and everything like that as well. All right. So we have covered the first thing that you want to do, see a demo. Second thing, figure out who you owe money to and where your debt is at. That's the second thing. So we're going to move right on to the third thing, and that is employee interviews. Third thing you want to do, go talk to every single person in the company, and this is very important. Ask them what you do, what the company does. Hey, what do we do here? And just see what kind of answers that you get. All right. If you're walking into a business and you're a new CEO, or you're a startup CEO, or you're a founder, if you're replacing somebody and you're replacing the founder, odds are if you have 15, 20 people in that company, you're going to get 15, 20 different answers on what it is that the company does. And as you know, we'll spend another episode on this, on how you formulate what it is that the company does, and how you distill that down into one sentence. And even if you have a couple different customers, it's okay to have two different statements. Hey, here's what we do if I'm talking to someone off the street to get you excited. Here's what we do if I'm talking to somebody who's an engineer working at the plant. Hey, here's what we do. You can have two different statements. That's fine, as long as everybody knows them. But third thing, employee interviews. That's what you're going to want to do. Hey, what do we do here? If you had to tell me in one sentence what our company does, what is it? All right. And, whether you want to write that stuff down in front of them or after the fact, I would recommend doing it after the fact, because it can be a little bit intimidating if you're writing their answers down in front of you. I'm going to say, don't do that. Take some time after they leave, thank them, and then write down their responses. Okay. When you're doing that third thing, especially if you weren't able to get a clear demo, figure out who your development team is. Ask them for a demo. Right? They should be able to give you a demo. If they can't, they'll probably say something like, well, we're the developers, we're not salespeople, we just did what we were told to do. We just built what everybody wanted built. This is a very common answer for development teams. And I can't really give you solid advice on one way or the other. If you don't have a clear-cut demo, you got 15 to 20 people who can't give you a straight answer on what the company does, and your development team can't give you a good demo either, there are probably instances where it's not the development team's fault, but my first cuts would be the development team. Now with today, it is so easy to outsource great dev teams. You want to email me, or you want to talk to me, or drop anything in the comments. Great development teams are a lot easier to come by than they used to be, and they're a lot less expensive. Silicon Valley, New York City, Chicago, they've really saturated the market with in-house, US-based, $150,000, $200,000 developers. It's not crippling to the startup, but it can be crippling to the startup. So there's lots of solutions behind that. So third step, employee interviews. And if everything is just coming about and this software or our services aren't cutting it, get rid of them. Also, if you are coming in somewhere and it's about sales and marketing, hey, we got this great software, we got this great team, we're just not selling. What is going on? Well, first thing is definitely look at those debts and liabilities and see who you owe money to. Second is cash in the bank. Why aren't we going to trade shows? Why aren't we doing email marketing? Why aren't we doing that? And third thing is grab your marketing person, grab your salesperson, grab who's ever in charge of those departments, or if you have multiple people in there, get rid of them. The managers, the bosses, director titles, VPs, get them out of there. If you got a good product and you're not selling, and that's kind of what you're coming in to do as a CEO, get them out of there. You can fire them right away. You can wait till you have their replacement, whatever. If you're CEO and you're coming in, you got the authority to do that, and you got to be confident in your decision to make those cuts. Development team, marketing team, salesperson, get it on out of here. Because what else could it be? What else could it be? If the idea is bad, you shouldn't have took the job in the first place. You shouldn't have started the company in the first place. If you're sitting where you're at, you know that you got something, and you have the most important and the hardest job in the world. Take something that is stagnant and grow it, or take something that is going downhill, straighten it out, and make it go back uphill. And there's not a whole lot of people that are signed up for these jobs. There is some turnaround CEOs out there. Hell, Howard Schultz is a turnaround CEO. Steve Jobs is a turnaround CEO. They both started the companies, but they both left. And then they had to come back to turn around their company. Easy to do for them because they had the vision all along and they were the founders. It was their babies, right? But likely, if you're coming in as a turnaround CEO, this isn't your baby. You don't know this company. You don't know this industry in and out. You didn't hire all these people. Well, the people that aren't performing, you get them out of there. CEO can't give you a demo. Bye, CEO. I'm the new guy. Salespeople aren't selling. Get them out of here. Bring in your own people. Dev team throws their hands up about the software. Get them out of here. You can do it on your own. And they're probably really putting a strain on your payroll as well. Hey, it's easy for me to say this stuff because I went through it and all of these things happened to me. So I'm looking back and I'm saying, oh yeah, boom, get rid of them, boom, get rid of them. And I've made the right decisions and we've fixed things now. It's going to be hard for you to do it coming in staring these people in the face, especially if you know them, especially if they just brought their kid into work yesterday or their kid's sitting right beside them right now. Gotta let them go. Sucks to hear. Gotta let them go. And you know what? They're gonna know. You're not gonna be telling them something that they don't know. You're not going to be surprising them. They know. And I guarantee you, as soon as they knew you were coming in, they started looking for a job. So don't even feel bad. You're doing them a favor. The software guy built software that isn't working. He's looking to get out anyways. He don't want to put his name on that. The salesperson isn't selling. This person knows that they are not selling. Okay? Get him or her out of there. It's just how it is. And don't feel bad about it. So, first thing, demo. Second thing, figure out where all your bad money is at, your debts, your credit cards, and just let that soak in. We'll talk about what to do about that later. Third thing is employee interviews and get rid of who you need to get rid of. What's the timeline here? I do it as quickly as possible. I'm a firm believer in hire slow and fire fast. Especially if your company's burning money, which it probably will be. Not many CEO jobs, not many turnaround CEO jobs are with a company that's just going gangbusters and profitable. Well, it does happen, but you're probably not watching this video, right? Like, stages of CEOs definitely evolve. Hey, we brought this person into Uber, they helped us raise 10 million. Now we're going to bring this person into Uber who's dealt with JP Morgan Chase. They're going to help us raise 200 million, right? That's normal progression of different levels of CEO. I'm not talking about that. They're making money. This is all planned. What I'm talking about is when you're coming in, the company's probably barely making it, losing money, or they're just level, hoping nobody cancels. So, all right, there's the things. Please email me, let me know how I can help, or give me some feedback in any ways. Hopefully the audio's fixed, but if not, I'll get a little lapel mic here. Check me out on YouTube, check me out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor.fm. Talk to you later.